Let's get into it, baby.
Ah yeah, it's time to travel and bang, baby.
This is Travel and Bang. I am Marky Bravo the Mulatto. Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. Yes, here to discuss the dark arts of seduction and embrace lifestyle by design. This one is going to be a very sour apple to bite into. This probably will not be a very popular video, but I think that if you can really, as a man, analyze what I'm about to tell you and really like work on it to the point where it's a self-mastery process, you'll become, as some people call in martial arts, a black belt. You'll just, you know what I mean? You'll already achieve an OG status. Even if you're a young guy, you'll already be a, older gangster. You'll be an old soul. You already have lived it, seen it, and embraced it, and just made peace with it. And the thing is most men suffer from loneliness. We live in an age where we all feel isolated. You know what I mean? Times have fucking changed. Yeah, the other day, someone was reading statistical reports of how, I'm gonna repeat it again for people who missed it, that 8 out of 10 young men are not consistently having sexual intimacy with women. They're not having sex, okay? 8 out of 10 men. So that means a lot of the women aren't having intimacy either. Consistently. I didn't say at all, but on a consistent basis, meaning there's not a lot of relationships going on these days as there was before. We have this technological devices that was supposed to connect us, make us as a human race come together, and it's actually isolated us onto the device, where now it's like almost like made us handicapped in regards to forming intimate pair bonding and forming intimate connections with the opposite sex, okay? So you have a lot of loneliness out there, and then we talked about this as men, being able to go in your toolbox and to conquer this, to move on past I love technology, gentlemen, I do, but to move past it and come back into this matrix and not the matrix on the internet. Okay, we'll touch on that in 1 minute, but let's dig into the loneliness thing. Gentlemen, can you spend long time alone? Does it bother you to be a long amounts of time alone? Or do you feel isolated? Or do you feel it's human? It's human. There's a lot of guys who are playing off like, no, man, I don't care. Yeah, but it's human. It's human. You're going to feel that want, that desire to have companionship. You know what I mean? No man is that icy cold of a pimp that he never wants to form a deep, intimate bond with a woman. That's just who we are. We're programmed for it. So, but one thing is for real, that a desire to want to have that, letting that take over your mind, it's I over E, intellect over emotion. You fall into that needy state, that want, that burning desire. It'll fuck your world up. You have to learn how to spend long amounts of time to yourself. You have to not be, in German, what we call schwanzgesteuert. Don't let your dick do your thinking for you. Don't let your hormones dictate all the decisions you make. You know what I mean? Otherwise, see, the problem is if you don't know how to embrace being alone for long amounts of time, you'll end up you will meet a woman that you'll get in a relationship with, and these are the things that are going to happen. She's going to pick up on it. She's going to smell it like a shark smells blood in the ocean water 10 miles out, okay? And it's going to dry up her punani. Her pussy is going to dry up faster than the Sahara Desert, okay? She's going to monkey branch, meaning she's going to find a new dude to roll with, or she's going to ghost you. She's going to flat out, all of a sudden, you're not getting your messages returned and you notice you're blocked on social media. Or she will verbally tell you, hey, listen, player, I'm just not feeling it. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? And moves on. Or, now this is the nightmare of it, gentlemen. The woman will welcome a relationship with you, and guess who's going to be wearing the pants in that relationship? guess who's going to be wearing the pants in that relationship? She is. Because she will secretly know, she might not verbally admit it to you, she will secretly know you are afraid to be alone. You are afraid, you are codependent. You need to have this person, this woman in your life to feel valid, to validate your manhood. And, you know, you're reenacting some weird childlike state from your childhood of you know, a lot of men have this abandonment fear. So you're with this woman who treats you like crap. You end up with a woman who treats you like shit. She shows out on you. She does effed up fucking things. And then you're going to put up with it because you're not man enough to learn how to walk away and say, hey, I can be alone. I'm a little sad that I'm losing this relationship, but I can be alone. Not a big deal. A matter of fact, I am walking away and I am embracing being alone and doing my own thing because I don't need this type of toxic fuckery. You ever wonder when you meet people in relationships that this person is basically right flat out publicly is people know they're cheating on their spouse? Now we're talking about the confinements of monogamous relationships. We're not talking about polyamory and open door policy relationships, but they're basically lying to their partner and they're fucking other people. And the reason why, no matter, the person knows they're doing it, but no matter what they do when they find out, they cry, they yell, they kick, they scream. Men and women do this. And then at the end, when it comes time to get the marching orders, the time to leave, they don't. They stay. They stay because of that codependence, that fear of being lonely. There's a difference between being alone and being lonely. You know what I mean? Lonely, you feel isolated, you feel like you're in a dark fucking hole all by yourself, you feel lost in the forest, it's just a horrible feeling. You really do have this feeling of abandonment, like you're looking for something or someone, but you can't find it, right? And when you learn to embrace just being alone, you already self-love yourself, and this is very important, to know how to self-amuse. Self-amusement is very, very important to be able to entertain yourself. Whatever it might be, when goals, projects, or even just watching Netflix or whatever, but just also understand that escapism, when we mention Netflix and stuff like that, it only goes so far. You have to self-amuse by yourself, and be okay with it. And then when you're solid as a rock, you're solid as a motherfucking rock, they sense it. Women sense no thirst factor coming off of you, and it's very, very appealing. Okay, gets their punani tingling. You know what I mean? In a sexual way. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Because most men are not like that. They're not exuding what we talked again. Energy, frequency, and vibration, because everything is energy, frequency, and vibration, and we're vibrational creatures. How do we communicate with each other? Or most of us do, through a vibrational frequency and tone. You know what I mean? The energy that goes through your vocal cords, creating sound. So our nervous system is designed to pick that up. They can pick that up. So the faster you can zen out, be okay going into monk mode, or some men call it MGTOW, the faster you can monk mode and be okay for long durations of time, you know what I mean? And not let that frustration of being alone fuck you up in the head. And also, how we're gonna wrap this up is taking care of yourself. It has to do with depression and being okay to be alone, right? Is what are you doing to keep the dopamine hormone and the serotonin, the equilibrium, you're keeping the feel-good hormones in your brain, keeping them amped up so you feel okay most of the time, right? We're never gonna feel happy, you know, shooting rainbows out our ass every day. You know what I mean? These people that you see who act like this, they're the first ones to jump off the bridge when shit hits the fan, okay? Happiness is a fleeting thing, okay? A fleeting emotion. But how can you keep your dopamine and your serotonin levels as high as you can so you feel normal during the day. There's products out there for that. I wouldn't advise to do pharmaceuticals. Pharmaceuticals are okay, but they do get toxic in your body after years of taking it. I'm not a real big fan, but there is Mucuna, aka the velvet bean. Google this shit. Okay, you can try that. You could tell L-tyrosine, that also has been known to amp up the hormone, the feel-good hormones, serotonin, and there's HTP. I know HTP. I've been taking that for a long while in the past until I bumped into Mucuna. And this is also about the fuel you put in your body. Stay hydrated. You might be feeling like shit because you don't have enough water in your body. 80%, 90% water, and you're not barely drinking any water. No wonder you feel like shit. You know what I mean? Make sure you're eating the proper foods, eating clean. Gentlemen, this all, I know this is redundant shit when you hear this, but this all translates into sex. Do you understand that? You can't have XXX, freaky circus sex, really raunchy, passionate, dick her down sex when your body's all fucked up. You know what I mean? The biggest sex organ on your body isn't down there. It's here. It's here. So if this isn't right, you know what I mean? Nothing's going to be right. And then you're going to end up like a lonely incel, involuntary celibate guys who are on the internet and chat rooms bitching and complaining how much they hate women and how much they hate life. That's no way to live. You know what I mean? That's no way to live. So that's what we're going to do to wrap it up. There's a story about this guy. He's a Marine veteran. I knew him out in Kuwait. The second month I came to work, all of a sudden they tell me he jumped off the balcony. You know what I mean? And it's a very disturbing story. And it all went back to that his fiance broke it off with him. You know what I mean? And it shows how loneliness, the dark cloud of loneliness, if you don't know how to be alone, how it'll bitch slap you into submission, and a lot of guys can't take it. You know what I mean? A lot of hardcore guys who you would least expect to react that way will react that way. So it's very, very vital. It's very, very vital that you love yourself, you spend time with yourself, because how can you love someone else? How can you love a woman? How can you have a sexual, healthy relationship with a woman when you don't even have a healthy relationship with yourself? You know what I mean? It's all about that. And there's pain. It's pain. It's grueling pain. It's a grind. You're going to feel sometimes like you're bleeding out of your eyes. You know what I mean? I mean, sometimes the pain is so vicious, but after the storm comes clarity, and things always come back to normal. You know what I mean? It's not always darkness. It's not always hellfire and brimstone. That shit subsides, and there's a brighter day at the other end of the ocean, man. You just gotta keep your boat rudder headed in the direction that you're trying to head into. You know what I mean? This is Marky Bravo. I hope you everyone who's watching this takes it serious. You know, loneliness is it's a killer. It's a killer. It's definitely make sure you keep a tight Freundeskreis, a friendship circle. You know what I mean? You keep tight with your friends, the ones you do have, and never let the moment never let the misery in the moment take over your whole life, where you just or you have a Pee Wee Herman moment. You know what I'm saying? You don't want that either. Okay, this has been Marky Bravo. Enjoy your Sunday, what's left of it. And hey, the week is here, so let's do this. Peace out.